Terry Sobon. Welcome to the Beautiful, Sexy, Badass Over 40 Summit. You know, I noticed that as women are leaving their middle 30s and approaching their 40s, they might feel like the best years of their lives are behind them. But my intention with the summit is to let women know that that is so not the case, that the best is so much in the very near future and so much closer to being the best years of their life. So, today, I've invited Julie Renee to speak with us about beauty from the inside out. I'm really super excited to have Julie here today because I find her work really fascinating and I believe it can be very transformational for so many women. So pay attention. So, Julie Renee, do you mind telling the viewers a little bit about yourself?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I literally survived the atomic bomb testing in the Nevada desert as a child, had 17 surgeries, multiple cancers. I died a couple times. I was in a wheelchair, told I would never walk without unbearable pain.
Wow.
And in my garden, 7, 8 years ago, I went in prayer and meditation and really discovered the fountain of youth, discovered how the body regenerates.
Yeah.
And from that time, I've healed my entire body. I run, I dance, I sing, I play. I've used the regeneration techniques to regenerate the brain and the body, and I've developed some amazing protocols for actually growing younger, for
That's
making the
amazing.
body more beautiful. Actually, and what's really super cool is like I developed a technique just through meditation that if you have small breasts, you can grow bigger breasts.
I'm going to ask you about that because I'm sure that a lot of viewers are going to want to hear that information. So,
Yeah, I used
oh,
to I used to be teased. My mom used to always say I had two fried eggs, and I definitely do not have two fried eggs, ladies.
no, look at that. Oh my, that's great. So, is there more about your work that you'd like to tell us about? I'm fascinated by it. I just love it.
Well, we're working with the quantum field and we're regenerating the body with a technique I call cellular neogenesis. So part of it is to clear away the negative programs, and a lot of it is to actually grow back new cells. And when we grow back new cells, of course, the body, if the cells are at 100%, the body is growing younger. So it's very, very exciting. It applies to everything from health and wellness. If you're in your 30s, 40s, and beyond, you're also wanting to actually keep all your glands and organs in fine tune, and that the techniques really tune things up so you're much younger than the date on your driver's license.
Right. I love that. Who doesn't want that, right? So,
Yeah.
you guys are going to love this. So you were very sick. Is there more that you want to tell us about your life story and why creating this was so important to you?
Yeah, gosh, I really struggled. I think I modeled when I was younger,
Oh,
and I was in some film, and I remember my one daughter saying, "Mom, you just got old overnight. You just, I looked old. I felt old to her, and she was just frightened that it had just happened so fast." And the regeneration that I've been able to do for myself, when people see me who haven't seen me in 10 years, they say I look 20 years younger than I did 10 years ago. And what in the world, I look like the little sister or the daughter of the person I was 10 years ago.
wow.
So this is important to me because I really believe that we're meant to live hundreds of years. And if we are able to really own that regenerative space and really own the body in such a powerful way, then we have something really exciting to look forward to. And I think the other thing is, ladies, you do have many years ahead of you. So think about what you want to get out in the world. The 20s and 30s is all about bringing babies in. And sometimes in the 40s, we bring some babies in. But when you get in the 40s and the 50s and beyond, you're really being able to get out in the world, get your work, your mission out in the world. It's a very exciting time, and you want to look good. I know I get
Yes.
comments from people, you look really good. You don't look like an old tired healer. You know, and I think that's it. You live your mission, you live your joy, you live your beauty and your passion all together.
That is so, I think that that is so important. I'm going to get to that too. Actually, I'm going to ask you something about that toward the end. So you actually did use meditation to help you heal, to help you get through.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
Beautiful.
The,
Okay.
the meditation techniques that I developed are remarkable because they actually work with reorganizing the DNA and reorganizing the stem cells. So, like if we talk about the beauty meditations, all of them have a DNA aspect where you're changing your DNA. So, with my DNA programming, all the women in my family are very heavy set. And so by the time they get to their 50s and 60s and even 40s, they're what we would call chubby or overweight, maybe clinically obese.
Sure.
And that was something I was able to alter myself so that I don't have that issue. So you actually are taken through meditations that you alter the DNA programs that would say body have really fat belly and or whatever. And those programs, understand that those programs were there to save your life. I was investigating, and the weight thing later in life was meant to save your life. So if you had typhoid or you had yellow fever or something, you wouldn't die. But we
Wow.
don't need that in this era, so we can actually just literally go in and take it out of the DNA.
Oh, I love that. I love it. Um, so let's get back to what you were talking about, the bust size. Can you tell us more about that? And can women actually increase their bust size just by meditating?
Yes,
I love
absolutely, 100%.
that.
Okay, so
Don't we
I,
love to know that information, right? Yeah.
I did an experiment on myself in my 30s, and I had been in India, and I was just really thin, thin, thin. I came back and I left the ashram after a couple months in the ashram here in the United States, and went back into the world and started selling real estate again. And I just determined that I really did want to have breasts. And it was always, fried eggs. It was a joke that I had two fried eggs that were little lace, things. And it was just, there was nothing there.
Yeah.
So I meditated, and I imagined the breasts growing, and I meditated every day. I spent some time really generating that. And wouldn't you know, 45 days later, I go back to the ashram, and the Swami says, Veda, you had the breast implants. I never would have thought that you had breast implants, but why? And I said, no, no, I just meditated. So I'd actually gained 3 inches in 45 days.
That's
Three.
a significant amount.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
No, no, no,
So,
no.
ladies, did you hear that? Pay attention, right? Pay attention. So Julie Renee, I think that's amazing. What commitment would a woman have to make, and how much time each day does she have to meditate in order to see these real tangible shifts in their appearance?
Well, I've set it up so that it's a half an hour a day and an hour on Sundays. So it doesn't take that much. It's 60 days. You're going to see some really beautiful changes. You'll look 10 years younger. If you're really like going for it, you can do a meditation in the morning and at night. There's multiple meditations. So there's two for every area. So if you're working on your breasts or your tummy, or you're doing a facelift, tightening and toning for weight loss, all of those are in the program. So at the most a half an hour a day. I mean, at the most 2 half hours a day, but a half an hour a day will do it.
Yeah. So that's doable for most people, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then is there a step that our viewers could do today that to shift and look younger, say within the next week? And can you give us a couple of meditation beauty tools? I think they would love
Yes, yes,
that.
yes. Absolutely. The first thing I'd like to suggest is drinking water every half an hour. Hydrate yourself. The one thing, we start looking wrinkly and old because we're not hydrated. So 4 ounces of water every half hour. Take deep breaths in and out every half an hour. Sometimes when we're in sedentary careers, we don't move, we don't breathe enough, we don't get enough oxygen going to our brain and our body. So you want to breathe in some cleansing breaths every half an hour, and get up and wiggle and jiggle and dance. So those are all very, very helpful. Breathing in pink and gold energy is going to help you grow younger. Pink and gold, actually, if you just do that while you're driving to work every day, you're going to look 10 years younger in a year.
So you
Because pink,
visualize those colors as you're,
yes,
yeah.
as you're breathing in, breathe in pink and gold energy. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. How do you like that, you guys? That's
Yeah.
awesome. There you go. Do that starting today. As soon as you're finished watching this video, Do that starting today. So, yeah. And so, Julie Renee, does attitude have a part to play in accomplishing beauty from the inside out?
It definitely does. I mean,
Yeah.
you want to love yourself. And the wonderful thing is, you can come into this program and have some self esteem issues or some problems. And 4 or 5 days into it, you're so in love with yourself. You can't, it's just
Sure.
so amazing. So understand that they're wired into every meditation are wonderful, kind of self loving, self mothering, self nurturing affirmations. And so by the time you've gotten through the first few days or the first week, you are in love with your life and yourself. And you do have this new attitude. You're bubbly, you're gorgeous, and you're magnetic. So you draw in other wonderful, good things to you.
And that's so important, I think. And speaking of which, let me read this to you guys. Beauty from the inside out. Beautiful from the inside out is the natural evolution of a woman's intrigue with beauty and excitement about naturally meditating her way to a younger, healthier being. The concept of beautify from the inside is not a new one. Yet, with the pressures of needing to stay young in appearance, right, to continue to be considered a valuable member of society, has spiritually minded women scrambling to sort out how they feel, right? Are any of you guys on board with that? So women may feel young at any age, but may start to consider facelift or boob job. Hey, you just found out you don't have to go get that boob job. To deal with the response that they feel from society, who places tremendous importance on looks for women. The pressure is not applicable to men, you guys, not necessarily for you. They seem to still hold a place of respect regardless of a youthful look. So I am so in love with this topic, you guys. You're going to get so much out of Julie Renee. So let me ask, what Julie Renee, can you tell the viewers what is the effect of stress on the body related to growing younger cells?
Well, you do need to get your stress in check because stress obviously rapidly ages the body. So
Right.
stress and pain and how you manage things, it's really devastating on the body. But there's easy things to do to drop the stress levels down. Meditating is one of them. Getting out in nature,
Hmm.
dancing, singing, playing, making love, taking a bubble bath, having a massage. You go with your priorities. Mine is getting out in nature. I love, love, love getting out in nature, and that
Right.
takes the stress down. So stress is really devastating on your appearance.
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. It just shows up in people. You can see it, and it zaps vitality out of people. So very important. And then I wanted to ask you this. So we're all interested in breast health. How can you use the DNA removal technique to help women who are facing breast cancer? Is there hope if they already have cancer? And what is it that you do with the DNA to improve the person's circumstances?
Well, we actually are medically documented remove cancer DNA from women who have the breast cancer gene. So
Nice.
that we can do before it kicks in. So people who have family members who have breast cancer, you might go in and have the test and say, "Oh, I have it," or we can just test for you by using kinesiology. And the technique, the DNA obliteration process, which is spelled out in my book, Your Divine Human Blueprint, and on a lot of my CDs, you actually learn the technique of how to remove the DNA, cancer DNA. So we have medical proof that we've removed the cancer DNA. Then we work on improving the health of the body, and we work on dissipating abnormal cells with a quantum technique. So it's a hand movement that's done. It's like a clearing technique, and I really recommend that if a woman is using the quantum work and they've already had a diagnosis of breast cancer, we remove the cancer gene, we clean things up, but you also have to follow the cancer diet. We want you to have the healthy diet as well. So we don't say that we're the whole program. We are the whole program if you haven't had the cancer kick in yet, because we can just go in and take the DNA out and it's over. You don't have to worry about it. But if
Wow.
you already had it kicked in, then we want you to do our protocols and do the good diet.
That's a pretty big deal. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
So let's get back to this. So you tell women to dress nice and put a little makeup on, do their hair, and smile at themselves in the mirror. Does this help cause a woman to grow more beautiful and younger, or is this just an exercise? I love that. It does
um,
make you feel better.
it does, it
you
does.
know.
Honestly, if you feel sexy and beautiful, that is what you're living into. So the cells and the spirit live into that. So owning the body, nurturing it, really enjoying being in the body helps the body maintain its youthfulness. If you're sad and you're grumpy and you're pale and you're whatever, even on those days when you're feeling off, you get dressed, you own your body as the goddess and you dress as the goddess, whatever that version is for you, you get to continue. And yes, it does help you stay young. And honestly, we perform our best. We do our best when we feel we look our best. So when we are really living into our full expression is when we feel confident and beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, I love that. Um, and then let me ask you this, Julie Renee. If you have to pick just one,
Mhm.
what is the single most important thing that someone can do to stay vital throughout their lives?
You know, I think about drinking water, but there's something even beyond drinking water. So drink water, guys. No matter what,
Lots of
drink water
water.
half an hour every day, every half an hour every day. But I think it's all about you choosing, and it's your choice. And you've got to keep your willpower engaged in feeling vibrant and vital. I came back from death. So twice I died, and I said, no,
Oh,
I want to live, and
hmm.
I'm not leaving.
Was this two separate incidents, by the way?
Yeah,
Was it?
yeah.
Oh,
And understand that we choose the level of how we play in the world and who we are in the world. We choose it. We have complete choice. And I know it looks like, oh no, there's all these things playing out. I don't have choice. But you choose. So you choose to stay vibrant and healthy and strong and keep making those choices. It's mindset and perception. It's like, I believe in my capacity to heal. I am a radiant being of light. I have infinite beauty, infinite vitality, infinite joy, infinite connection. And when you really own that for yourself every day, that's where the magic happens. I started a few years back, I had this opportunity to plan 150 years out what I was going to contribute to the world. And when you start thinking 150 more years, and well, what will I do in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 50 years, in the next 75 years, in the next 100 years? Life starts to really change because
mhm.
you own your energy and your space as if you're living that long. And
Amazing.
magic really happens. I mean, you don't grow old and gray when you're putting an extra 150 years on the menu.
That's amazing. I love that. And do you believe in affirmations? Is that a part of your daily uh what's the word I'm looking for? Thing? Is it affirmations? And do you suggest that or recommend that people use them?
I think affirmations are great if they're not just, you have to own them. And so, affirmations, if you're
Yeah.
just saying them over and over again, like kind of sing song,
Hmm.
they probably aren't going to be that effective. But if you own them, like these are my words, I'm creating my reality. Absolutely. We do a technique that's very much like an affirmation. It's called a mock up. And we put that intention out into the universe and then we see it fulfilled. And so when
Oh,
you're really living it, owning it like it's already done in the future and it's coming to you, that's when it has the most power.
that's amazing. I love that. Yeah, because I think I think that probably a lot of people experience affirmations as something that they feel like it's not happening to them right now, and it feels like it's not true. And so I think that might be where people run into some problems. So that's good to know. Um, Julie Renee, is there anything else that you feel like might be so important for our viewers that you don't want them to miss before we start wrapping up?
Well, I just want you guys to know that I believe in your capacity to grow younger, to be beautiful, to be badass, to be powerful beyond measure. And it's all about what's going on inside. So it's not so external, but obviously whatever is going on inside is going to reflect on the outside.
Hmm.
So when I think about badass and powerful over 40, I think about really owning that core strength of you,
Hmm.
maintaining your beautiful feminine nature, but being a powerhouse. I think that you don't have to go the male model of power. We don't have anything to do with, we don't need to have domination and control. We have a different kind of power, which is founded on grace, it's founded on beauty, it's founded on wisdom, love wisdom.
Hmm.
So I believe in your capacity to live out that life of beauty, joy, and full self expression. And that is enlightenment, full self expression.
Sounds very feminine, and I love that. Yeah, owning that feminine power. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Hence, beautiful from the inside out. I'm so fascinated with Julie Renee's work, you guys. And if you go to her website, you're going to find all kinds of useful information. So don't hesitate to go to her website, julierenee.com. It's JULIERENEE.com. And Julie Renee, I understand that you're offering a free gift to our viewers. Do you want to tell them a little bit about it?
Yeah, we have a beautiful Living a Beautiful Life video series. I'd love to invite you all to, opt into that. It's a wonderful, wonderful series. There's 5 videos, and you'll be getting a beautiful. It's a wonderful video in the series that talks about really living life in balance, which allows for you moving into full self-expression. And this is an action-packed series, but it's also one that it reminds you about where beauty comes from. And it really does come from inside.
Oh, I love that. I'm so fascinated. Do you have any other programs that you'd like to tell the viewers about that you offer?
Oh, I have a lot of programs.
You do.
We have a beautiful weight loss program coming up in
Ooh.
April. So
Oh.
if you're wanting to work with the quantum field and have 8 weeks of intense shifting using the quantum field to alter your reality, that's an incredible program, the weight loss program. Yeah, we've got many, many things on, also meditations on love and karma clearing, which would be wonderful, wonderful,
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very helpful information. Julie Renee, it was an absolute pleasure to talk to you today, and I learned a lot, and I can't wait to look into your work further. So, again, you guys, Julie Renee has so much information for you, so much to offer. So, please go to her website, and you will see her link in for your free gift in the email. And so, don't forget to go get that. So, thank you so much, Julie Renee. It was absolutely a pleasure to speak with you today. Thank you for coming on board. And thank you, viewers, for attending Beautiful, Sexy, Badass Over 40 today. Keep an eye on your email for further information for tomorrow's interviews. And that's it. Julie Renee, thank you so much.
You're welcome. God
Thank
bless.
you.
Mhm.